Hey everybody, my name's Kyle, and this is Great 28 Live on Track by Track. Every day this month I'm picking one of my 28 favorite live albums and posting a short video highlighting what I think makes it great. When Bruce Springsteen's Live 1975-85 came out in 1986, I can remember it being a really big deal. This was the first release from the boss to follow the monster hit album Born in the USA from 1984, so there was a lot of interest from new and old fans alike. Adding to the excitement was the fact that this was no ordinary live album. It was a massive box set. Well, massive by mid-80s standards. It was being released as either a 5-disc set on vinyl or a 3-tape set on cassette. Either version came packaged in an impressive-looking LP-sized box, which maybe helped to justify the premium price that the set was commanding. I can remember being a poor, jobless teenager at the time and drooling over this set. Not that I was a huge Bruce Springsteen fan in 1986. I was definitely new to his music, like millions of others my age, but there was an undeniable level of status to this release, and as such, I really wanted to own it. I wouldn't actually come to add it to my collection until at least 10 years later when I bought it on CD. But back in '86, I convinced 3 other friends that we needed to pool our money and buy it as a birthday gift for another friend. Now, I'm not sure why we thought that was a good idea beyond the fact that it seemed like that was the hottest album of the year, and it's not as if our friend was even a big Springsteen fan either. But at the time, I remember I was pretty excited to give it to him. And I also remember that his response to receiving it was less enthusiastic. In any case, I think it's fair to say Live 1975-85 had a lot of casual fans catching Springsteen fever that year. It ended up becoming one of the biggest selling live albums of all time, which is no small feat considering how expensive it was. But still, worth every penny. Probably not to my 15-year-old self. If I'd managed to scrape together enough cash to have bought it back in 1986, I'm pretty sure I would not have fully appreciated the music. Today, though, it's become one of my favorite live albums. And really, it's more than just a live album. It's really a chronicle of Springsteen's music over that 10-year period. The recordings are presented semi-chronologically with a few jumps here and there, but that's not necessarily the case for the songs themselves. For example, the recording of Born to Run in this set comes from a 1985 concert, at which point the song was already 10 years old. That doesn't take anything away from the performance, though. On the contrary, at that point, the song had certainly become one of Springsteen's classics, a permanent fixture on the set list. Time does nothing to diminish its power. The same goes for 10th Avenue Freeze Out and an amazing performance of The River, both pulled from a mid-80s concert, and both are still great, great moments. Obviously, there's a lot of music here. My tendency is often to randomly put on one of the 3 CDs and just push play, because you really can't lose no matter where you start. But on a couple of occasions, I've actually been able to listen to the whole thing, all 3+ hours of music, non-stop, 40 songs straight through. And I challenge you to do that too. It's as close as you can get to the real live marathon experience of an actual Bruce Springsteen concert without leaving home. By the time you reach the end, there's no doubt it's sort of an exhausting experience, but in the best way possible. Because as much as I love his music and all of his studio albums, somehow the most fandom reaffirming thing that I've found has been listening to this live document of a decade of music. This is what it's truly all about. Live 1975-85 by the legendary Bruce Springsteen. Today's entry in the Great 28 Live. That's it for today's episode. As always, I'll try to include Amazon ordering links in the description below if you want to add any of the music that I've featured to your collection. And before you go, please take a second to click subscribe so that you don't miss the next episode of Great 28 Live, as well as many more videos to come. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.